Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Brian Buffington, and I've got some helpful tips for parents out there, and they're trying to navigate this crazy world, this whole phone world. Like, well, Brian, I want to give my child a phone, but things are weird, and people are getting in trouble, and I want to keep them safe. So, first and foremost, I'm going to show you some tips on how to make that happen. I'm using an iPhone today. I don't get to play in Android land a whole lot, so just kind of bear with me. And as you can see on this phone right here, I've got it locked down where it pretty much only does calling and texting. That's all it does. All right, so Brian, I'd kind of like to know more about this. So let me set up the stage first. So when cell phones came out, especially the smartphones, we call these phones. This old man talk is like cell phones. These are just phones now. When these came out, parents were like, oh yeah, we can, these are great. I can contact my child anytime. It's about safety. Good intending parents like you and me said, you know what? This is about safety. I need to text. I need to call. They need to text, call me. The great scenarios like sports. My kid plays sports and you get a ride. It just makes sense. They drive, want them to keep safe. Yes, I'm with you. Back in the day, my day, you just had to go find a phone. You had to go, the school had to keep the office open. You have to go call mom, that kind of stuff. That's an inconvenience. So this helps not be so inconvenient. But what had happened was, so good intending parents say, this is about safety, but the opposite happened, and it wasn't their fault. We just didn't think of, it was brand new. We didn't think about it. So instead of keeping them safe, we actually did the opposite. We said, you know what? As parents in America, across the world, we said, we're just going to give you the whole world in your hands. You can access anything you want, anything. All right. So that goes for the internet, goes for social media, goes for all those awful places you don't want your child to be at. Sixth graders should not be at. Fifth graders, high schoolers should not be at. So this is about you saying, you know what? This is really about safety. And I didn't want this to really be about playing games or surfing the net. They could do that somewhere else under my supervision at the house or on their Xbox playing Fortnite. Okay. This is just about a personal device that they can call or text me, or I can do the same for them. So this is how it works. Let's check it out. So you want to go to settings. And for one, your child has to have an Apple account. So you can Google that and go to YouTube, say how to set up an Apple account for my child, or you can go to even Apple. Hopefully Apple has some stuff to help you with this. By the way, this is like a $75 phone. I don't know if I mentioned this already. I bought off eBay. And it's got like bought a super cheap plan through Sprint. And it's made just for texting and calling. And I turn these things off. So you go to settings, you get your child logged in. This is their phone. It's, say their name up there. It'll say their phone. And if you go down to screen time, this is where all the parent magic happens. So screen time, you click screen time. And here's where you could say, as a parent, you can choose what or whatnot your child can access. So I'm going to go first. Let's go to downtime. When do you want this thing to shut off, really? So for one, I got to put my code in. Parents have a special passcode. Your child has a code to actually access the phone. They need one because they need to be safe too. Like they need to learn privacy and security. But parents have a special passcode for this stuff. And I just made it easy one so you guys wouldn't know my real one. Sneaky little devils. So I just did a lot of ones there. And downtime means, Brian, when I set a time, when I set this time limit, that means during 10 p.m. to 7 a.m., the phone won't work. All right, that's downtime. Now you can change some things to actually say some things are always accessible. I'll let you know how to do that. So there's downtime. That's cool, right? You like that. App limits. App limits means how long you want the child to actually have access to an app. Like if you wanted them to be able to play Fortnite, that's up to you. You could say 1 minute every day. Well, they're going to love you for that. It takes like 5 minutes for that thing to even load. I've seen it. Okay. And it says block at end of limit. So the app won't even work. Look at that setting right there. Look at this one. Block at end of limit. Woo! It's good stuff. Go back. Let's do always allowed. Now, these are the apps that even during downtime, they can still use. So for instance, messages, FaceTime, maps, even during downtime, they can still access those. So you want them to call you and text you. Great. And the one that parents are mostly concerned about is this content privacy restrictions. They go here. There's tons of stuff in here. iTunes and App Store purchases. Don't allow installing apps. They can't delete apps. Don't allow in-app purchases. Always require a password. Okay? So that means the parent puts the apps on there and they can't, they're just stayed. Nobody can delete them or install another one. What's another one? Let's do allowed apps. So as you can see here, this thing right here, I don't even allow like Safari. This is a big one. So you're like, right, I don't want them to get on the internet. Well, just FaceTime's allowed. I turned off the camera. I mean, again, this was not made. I mean, I'll give him another. I'll give your child another camera if you want. It's up to you. You turn these things on. Mail's off. I mean, your child emailing. I don't know. Allowed apps. Let's do content restrictions. Well, they can't really access iTunes anyway, so that's not even a thing. Location services. I have don't allow, but you're going to see something else in a second. Because as a parent, I do want to be able to access their location. So using the share my location, which is on. You'll see it in a second. So down here it says share my location. I have that allow. So as a parent, I can go find. I can hit a button and it'll say, GPS will say, my child is here. And all these other things allow changes, passcode changes. That means whatever the child's passcode is, they can't just change it randomly throughout the year. So you don't allow that. Don't allow for count changes, volume limit. That's up to you. These different things. But all the main ones we've already covered. That's it. And if I had more apps on here, you would see that you could turn those off and on. But there's no apps on here. So the child cannot add apps. It's mainly just for texting and calling. Safety. Is that why we got this? That's why we got these things, right? Parents, come on. Get with me. Video games, they can play this at the house, right? Internet with your supervision, not, solo somewhere in the woods. You got me? Okay, you got me? So there you go. There is Brian Buffington's have a great way to keep your kids safe with their phone and do what you intended to do, and that is to keep them safe by giving them the ability to text and call you. Hey, guys, thanks for listening to me. I love helping people. Let me know how I can help you again. See ya. Bye.